This year's exams will be administered in a completely different way, along the recommendations by the Presidential Working Party on Education Reforms. Shadrach Miti with the details.
Picking examination papers for the entire day from containers every morning has always been a key feature of Kenya's national examinations process. In the 2023 national examination cycle, however, there will be a few changes on how exam papers will be picked and returned to the containers. For Kenya Certificate of Secondary Education KCSE, a new rule called double collection has been introduced. Under this, center managers, who are also the school heads, will only pick the morning papers, and after candidates complete the paper, the examination officials will return them to the container as they pick the afternoon papers. For KPSEA and KCPE exams, the old rules of collecting exam papers will still apply.
As we are all aware, this is our last KCPE. As we fully transition now at the primary school level into the CBE, the competence-based education, and therefore we would want to exceed our children under the 844 system, and that leaves us with 5 cohorts who will still be doing the KCSE.
Also to be reviewed is the current practice that requires examination officials to pick question papers from containers within their sub-counties. Under the new rules, schools will be mapped to the nearest container and not sub-county. Consequently, center managers and exam officials will be required to pick question papers from the nearest container. For KCSE candidates, NEC will be unveiling the grading system as recommended by the Presidential Working Party on Education Reforms.
Our grading system within the 844 has a problem. And when we administered the first exam under the 844 in 1989, the KCSE, if you recall, across the entire country, only one child got an A grade. Clearly, it is not possible in a whole country to say that only one child can get that distinction A. There must be a problem with the way you are grading.
On numeracy, it will be compulsory for everybody because you must be able to crack the figures. And that's why we shall first grade you on 2 subjects. Numeracy, which is maths, and either of a language. Thereafter, we shall say, because we grade you in 7 subjects, then which other 5 subjects have you done well? Because it is about how well you have done.
There are about 3.6 million candidates set to sit this year's national exams, set to run from October 30th to November 24th. This number represents an increase of about 300,000 candidates.
Although we are doing away with the 844 system, we still have 5 cohorts. And if every year we are registering over 900,000 candidates, then we are talking of close to 5 million persons. So we must find a way of ensuring that we mitigate the effects of grading.
We are moving away from grading and certification and placement. For a very long time in this country, we have mixed the two. We have mixed grading and certification of our children and placement of our children. Yet those are 2 different areas of engagement.
Shadrach Miti, KTN News.
Thank you, Shadrach, for that report. Now, Nyakach sub-county is one of the areas that is heavily affected by flooding every time it rains. The announcement of the expected El Nino rain